sleep. This is a fantastic opportunity. And I just got to see the recognition list. I'm so proud of our people. We're just starting. We had our first full month and it was lights out. So the whole idea, folks, is don't blink, stay in action, stay consistent, all of us, and surrender to duplication. So really looking forward to hearing from our great speakers. Our first speaker tonight is somebody who I've heard the privilege of just really articulate the services that Euphoria offers. And I don't know that there's many that do it as good or better than she does. I know Joel last week was on and nailed it. And this week we have the privilege back from Mexico, I hope. We have Tina Malsom on right now. And Tina, thank you for joining us. I know we have guests on tonight. It would be so fun if you would just, in the way that you do, share what is Euphoria Science? What does it do and why is it so special?
So thank you so much, Ron. I think that I talk about this presentation in the most non-sciencey science way possible, because it wasn't actually the science that got me involved or excited or even interested here. It was actually a experience, and I know on the first slide here, it talks about euphoria being a extreme human experience. And as much as I love the science, it's the humanality of each individual that really brought me to this company. My mom passed away a few years back from a genetic disorder, and her mom also had that same genetic disorder. And, I was adopted, so I did not receive this same variant. However, at the time, it made me start thinking, well, that may not be in my genes, but what is in my genes? Because I don't know. When I go to the doctor, they ask me questions. My answer is always, I don't know. So I'm one of those people that has never had any historic knowledge about my body at all. So I'm overly sensitive towards anything that's all about me. And that's what this company represents for me. Next. So Euphoria illuminates the beauty and uniqueness of every human being, and everybody's experience is completely different. I love it when people ask me what the product does for me. My first answer is that, of course, I want to tell them everything, but I have to control myself and say, you know what? My experience is going to be completely different than yours. I suggest you try it, and then I'll ask you what your experience is. We don't need testimonies here. We don't need to know all the science information. All you need to know is that your body, your lifestyle, your nutrition, everything about you is completely different than everything about me. We buy custom suits, custom cars, have our kitchens custom, and yet our nutrition is one size fits all. The most important thing in your life, you only have one body and you're going to treat it like everything else and everyone else. This is the most custom, the first truly unique design nutrition exclusively for you. Next. So let's just talk a little bit about the history of nutrition. Next. It started with blind nutrition. I think we all were in that same boat. I started with Flintstone vitamins. Didn't we all start there? Our mom says, take this, so we take it. And then even up through when I got to college, I took Flintstone vitamins plus the vitamin C. I added that because I heard somewhere it was good for me, right? And then I would watch Oprah, and Oprah said, take this. And I would read a magazine that said, now my body needs that. And I would watch Dr. Oz, who said something completely different. And I went through this whole series of completely blind nutrition, which is having no idea, just random guessing. Next. But, not too long ago, targeted nutrition was what was happening, which is, I know some of the things that it's been proven by science. There are some things I need to put in my body every day. Do I know what they are? Some. Do I know how much I need of each? I have no idea. Now, I know that based on the sun, vitamin D is very important in your body, but based on, people used to just go in the sun. Not anymore. Now we look for the shade and we wear the sunscreen and the big floppy hats and try to stay out of the sun. So our bodies are deficient in vitamin D. Now that is also one of the genes that we test, although it's kind of for everybody. Everybody knows they need some vitamin D, but here's the problem. Even if I'm targeting vitamin D, how much? You can go to the store. There's like 24 different bottles of vitamin D. They're all in different quantity. I don't know. I have no idea. I could never tell someone else how much they need. I don't even know for myself how much I need. One size does not fit all. Next. So now we've got designer nutrition, scientifically based nutrition, custom to your own DNA. And I keep saying that because it's so cool. Like, if you don't think DNA is the hottest, greatest thing, I mean, think about 23andMe and Ancestry.com. There were several articles on Facebook, because everything on Facebook is true, right? That was the most popular Christmas gift for 2018. The most popular Christmas gift were DNA tests. But what these companies are doing, is they're giving you information. And that information is great. I mean, I took those tests and I saw the information and it was awesome for like 5 minutes. And then I was like, oh, I'm half English and half Irish. Great. Has that changed my lifestyle at all? Has that done anything for me? Not really. What we do is we take it a step further than that, which is we take the results of a specific DNA test and we put together something that will enhance your lifestyle, look better, feel better. Your body will work at its peak performance. And I think we've all learned, I think like 3rd grade, I took my first science class or health class, when they tell you your body will perform its best, its absolute best, when it has the proper nutrients in it. I think everybody knows that. I don't think anybody would question that, except what is the proper nutrition? I don't know. Is it the same for me as it is for you? We used to think so, but that's not good enough anymore. Next. So here at Euphoria, it's very simple. We have a You Start kit that you can purchase from a nutritionist, which is somebody who's decided to promote this product to their sphere of influence. The box itself has a 30-day supply of pre-trition in it. That's prebiotics. It's a very gentle cleanse. It kind of gets your body ready for your custom nutrition. Now, we got to remember, this is nutrition your body's never had in it before. So you got to prepare it a little bit. Plus, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to get your DNA test results. So while you're taking the pre-trition, the lab will work on your DNA results. It's very simple. It's a cheek swab. You take 2 of the Q-tips in the box, one on the right, one on the left. They're looking for soft cells that are on the insides of your cheek. You send that off to the laboratory, and a couple weeks later, they send you back your personalized results. And I'm telling you, it's not like a piece of paper. It's a 35-page report filled with science. Although I have to be honest and say, even I understood. Layman terms, they broke it down so great. And I know you're going to see a slide with this on it, but this is my son's report. It's not so good. It's actually kind of bad. I called him to apologize. I actually feel a little bad for passing down these awful genes, but how grateful I am that now he can look at this, because he's also one of those people that says, I don't know what runs in my family history. No idea. And now we know. And I'm so grateful for this report that put it in such a way that we could absolutely understand what's happening with these different gene SNPs. Next. So here's the kit. It's very simple. There is a $100 discount coupon in there for the lab test itself. It's normally $199. I don't actually know how long these coupons will be in the box. I'm guessing at least during the pre-launch, but we'll see. I suggest you get started before the coupon goes away. Next. So very simple. Swab the inside of your cheek. There are 18 different gene SNPs that we are testing for. It is a HIPAA compliant. It is a CLIA certified lab. What that means is that we are not like willy-nilly running and making our own rules. We are compliant with the different agencies out there that monitor what we're doing and making sure it's all perfectly executed. And what we're testing for is just an increased probability of healthcare issues in this particular issue. We're not saying you're going to get something, you're not going to get something. It's just testing for a higher probability. And look at some of these genes we're testing here. I don't know what these necessarily mean, but here's what I do know. Inflammation, very important. It's the precursor to just about every awful thing you don't want to have in your health. Immune system, your heart. I think we test 4 different areas of your heart. Your mitochondrial function. I mean, we have an ingredient in here that is known to repair damaged DNA. We've got healthy blood pressure, detoxification. Have you ever noticed that sometimes I stand by a barbecue. I could stand right in front of it with my face right in the barbecue and the smoke doesn't bother me at all. Other people are so sensitive. If they're 10 feet away, they still get the red eyes. That has to do with how well your body deals with smoke, smog, toxins, alcohol, anything in, unnatural that comes near your body. How important is that to know? 2 genes for healthy weight management. We've got 2 genes that deal with energy. How many of you are over the age of 30 and you're a little tired, have a little less energy than you did when you were 20? It's because your CoQ10 starts depleting once you hit 30, 35, 40 years old. And you need to put that extra enzyme in your body to get your energy levels back up. But there's 2 forms. Which one do you need? I don't know. You probably don't know, but your DNA knows. And this test can tell you exactly which one you need. Next.
And Tina, on this next slide, we've just got a sample of a fun snip video out of the 18. So here we go.
Excellent.
CYP1-1b2 gene helps to maintain blood pressure in normal ranges and is essential for a healthy heart. This gene encodes the enzyme aldosterone synthase, which is an enzyme necessary in the biosynthesis of aldosterone. Aldosterone is a hormone that plays a role in achieving favorable salt and fluid levels in the body, and hence retaining a healthy blood pressure already in the normal range. Individuals with a SNP and the CYP1-1b2 gene can benefit from supplementation with Euphoria to help maintain blood pressure levels in the normal range and support overall cardiovascular health.
There you go.
And they have one of those for every gene. So you don't have to know the name. You don't have to know the scientific research. You don't have to know what it is, what it does. All you need to do is press play on a video and know how to send someone a video. It's the first thing I did when I got my report is I went down each individual gene and watched the video that correlates with it so I know what I'm dealing with. And here we've got almost 100 plant-based peer-reviewed ingredients. I don't know about you, but when I got my ingredient list, it's got over 60 different ingredients in it. Half of these on this list I've never even heard of. I wouldn't know where to go find a frankincense or a burdock root or a citric bioflavonoid, but apparently my body needs it every day. And I'm grateful that I don't have to figure it out on my own in the store because the company will actually put the ingredients together for you in the exact quantity your body needs and send it right to your door. Next. So 20 years in the making. I mean, I think we've all heard the word DNA, but 20 years ago, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, I don't think we were ready for this kind of product. It wasn't relevant enough. There wasn't enough scientific proof. Now we're overwhelmed with how much scientific proof there is. And, people always say stuff like, well, is this going to, change my blood pressure, help my blood? I don't know, but wouldn't you rather take a supplement with a proven track record of supporting healthy blood pressure versus guessing at the store? With nearly 400 million combinations, don't you think that one of those combinations that is made exactly for you is going to be better than anything you could possibly take on your own? Next. So the nutrition, it has your name on it. That's my favorite part. I love when people try to tell me about other products and other nutritional products on the market, and I listen to them talk about it. And then when they're done, I say, so at what point in time do they put your name on it? And they always go, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh, well, I only take product that is custom made to my own DNA. It has my name right on the package. My husband can't take it. My son can't take it. It's made exclusively for me. If that is not enough to make you want to take this, I don't know what is. Next. So this is our Nutritionator, and it looks like this big, huge, we got to see this in Dallas and it was so awesome. But you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the candy machine at Disneyland, where it's got all the different colors in all the different tubes. And then your kids can walk under each tube and pick which colors they want. It's just like that, except it does it for healthy nutrition. It's got all these ingredients in the tubes. and it only dispenses what you need in the exact quantity that you need it, custom made for you. They shoot it into the vegan capsules, or you can choose to make it or to purchase it in a powder form. They seal it and send it right to you. Next. So, the ignorant might ask what this product will do for you. The wise will anticipate what their body will do with it. I love that statement. I think the whole presentation is it's all about you. Your body, like I said, proper nutrition in your body will help your body work at its peak performance. It's just that we don't know what the proper nutrition is. Your DNA knows what the proper nutrition is. Next. So honoring our uniqueness, there are no two of us alike. I think here's what I have found fascinating. My husband is a twin. One of our business partners is a twin. You would think their DNA tests would be more similar than they are, but they're not. Even your twin cannot take your product. It is truly customized to you. Next. And we have a great series of videos that just demonstrate how unique and how beautiful each individual body is. Just like snowflakes, there's no two that are the same. Just like sand, there's no two grains that are the same. Again, custom suits, custom houses, custom cars. Why not custom nutrition? And why not right now? Next.
Modern technology wasn't so modern when it gave us the first images of snowflakes. For the first time, we saw the beauty of nature's creation, and the secret was revealed. No matter how many times we look, no matter how many snowflakes we see, when the same atoms, the same molecules that give us so much frozen white wonder come together, no two snowflakes are exactly the same. Each snowflake created by random design of Mother Nature's chance, each one created by divine choice. Just like all of us, made up of the same elements, the same molecules, yet each one uniquely different. You am the snowflake, unique by chance, divine by choice.
So again, we'll just, to recap, step one, visit your nutritionist's website. Be sure to get back to the person that invited you here. They will give you a unique link. Step two is to register your kit and remind you, you're only paying $99. There is a coupon for $100 off. And step three, prepare your body with the pre-trition that's provided for you. Next. So I recommend you get started today. What do you have to lose? What you're maybe giving up is guesswork, a lot of time and a lot of money at the grocery store, at the vitamin store that is doing your body very little good. All you have here is to gain because it's customized to you. Thank you.
Tina, wow. Just want to say thank you so much. You guys see why we love Tina. And just a couple of notes about Tina, just so you guys can really frame this amazing woman. She's been in the industry over 12 years. She's got 5 kids. And she started this all full-time as a single mom. Now, for those single moms out there, and some of you have been raised and you honor their name and praise their name every single day for their tenacity and what they brought to you as a person. And additionally, one other fun note, she with her business partner, Kelly Vincent, are the very first generators here in Euphoria. And just thrilled again to have you join us, Tina. Thank you so much for your words of wisdom and your leadership, your enthusiasm, and your style. And with that, we're going to move to chapter 2. We call this For Entrepreneurs Only. Join the movement to bring euphoria to the world. And our special presenter that we've asked to share this chapter with you. Wow. Not only is he a heartfelt speaker, he's been in the industry for over 24 years. I love when he told me that he was a high school dropout, but he did say he has formal training. So when we heard about that, he said, "What's your formal training in, John?" He says, "I was formally trained as a janitor." And I love that. We don't take anything away from our amazing janitors at our amazing schools and in our lives. And John obviously doesn't take it for granted because he uses that as an honorary title. And again, John not only has really set the bar for the field, because he is one of the very first 2 people in Euphoria history to reach the rank of creator. John Malott, the time is yours. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Craig. And Tina is a rock star. You guys throw me in here because I am proof that anybody can do this. But when I listen to Tina, I'm blown away. You know, for one of the first things I heard Tina say was that, you know, you can pay for sickness or you can pay for health, but either way you're going to pay. And I've learned so much from her, watching her, learning from her. Just a wonderful presentation. And one of the things that I saw, because my section here is so simple, because the science behind this obviously is complex. You know, I don't know, the genetic scientists, you know, all whatever, they put all this stuff together, and it takes someone highly educated, highly skilled to figure all that stuff out. But the distribution method, the way we get it to the marketplace, has to be simple. You know, the back end can be complex and all that, but that's, you know, we don't have to worry about that. And it allows someone like me who, you know, I can scrub another man's floors. I can clean toilets well. I don't have a high school diploma. I don't have all these things society says you're supposed to have to be successful, but yet I can be successful because we got a very simple system for moving this into the marketplace, for getting it in the hands of other people. And when I saw Tina bring up the slide, when it showed the different ingredients in the product, one thing I noticed right away was that there are whole companies built on just one of the superfoods. You know, you could take one ingredient in our product, and there were companies that were built massively around just one of the ingredients. And then you start to take just the base of our product. You could just take that base and compare it to almost any of the blind nutrition products out there that are multi-superfood, multivitamins, or whatever. And we blow that away as well. And then you add on top of that what's specific to us. This is the biggest win-win situation that I've ever seen. And again, to be have something customized, specifically geared toward our bodies. Of course, it's unique. It's definitely the future, or at least the next generation. And it makes our job in the field so incredibly simple. It's so simple for me to go out there and share this thing. You can go to the next slide, and or not. By the way, that's Ron Williams, and he's a powerhouse. And what I love about this company is that we're building this amazing culture around what we do. But here's all I do, guys. I don't even need a slide to explain what we do. We take these kits. We've got these packs, and all I do is I keep at all times. I've got a pack in my hand. I'm handing this. I'm putting it in other people's hands, and I'm opening it up because, of course, they're gonna want to get the DNA test. When Tina talked earlier about 23andMe and Ancestry.com, do you guys know that the marketplace has already been educated about DNA and the importance of it, and all these different things? We first started hearing about it when people were committing crimes, and we started realizing people were getting caught because of their DNA. Then we started to catch on there was so much information locked inside of our DNA, and now we've got enough science, we've got enough time that is showing that we can pull out so much information. And these, look, Google put $3.5 billion into 23andMe. They've put so much education into the marketplace, so much advertising into the marketplace, that when we come along, I've never been involved in anything that has so little resistance. And it's because the market has already been primed, and the market is already set up for what we're delivering to the marketplace. So all I do is I take one of these packs. First off, the fit, the finish, everything, it looks like, I don't know, like Apple just delivered some high-tech, expensive device to your home. People see right away the quality. So I open it up, and inside of here is the pretrition. And of course, Tina already talked about that. The pretrition, which is the setup. It's the setup for when your actual designer nutrition comes. Inside of there, of course, is the coupon. Tina talked about that as well. And then the kit. This is where the DNA kit itself. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where, you swab your cheek, and then we register the kit. It's so simple to register the kit. It's $99 to register it with the medical lab, CLIA and HIPAA certified. Then in 3 weeks, we're getting back that report. That report is breaking down all the things that Tina went through with us. I don't have to do anything, guys. I'm pointing and directing people to get the information that they already want. Every time I get around someone, they want it. But we're using these packs to move with speed, to get the information in people's hands quickly. If someone can feel it, touch it, it's tangible to them. Of course, we started with a 10-pack, and one of the reasons is we got a big discount. And since I'm in business, I like the discount up front. So I've got the discount up front. You can see it's 25% off by getting the pack. So I'm putting it in someone's hand. I'm earning 25% back right away from the individual. Plus I'm getting paid from the company. And you guys can see what starts to happen. The biggest reason for putting these packs in someone's hand, it's the speed. We're taking one of these packs, putting it in someone's hands. We're turning that one person into 4 people, into 4 customers. It's then getting the DNA kit done right there. Because otherwise, if we don't get it in their hands, what I'm finding is sometimes happening. People are busy. I don't know about you, but I'm busy. Other people I know are busy. So they put it on the shelf. Now it's a couple of days before they actually do the DNA, test. Then it's a couple of days before they actually mail it off. We've got the postage paid envelope right inside of here. But when I'm putting it in their hand and doing it with them right there on the spot, guess what's happening? I'm putting it in the postage paid envelope and we're getting it out that day. Because this whole business is about a residual income play. This is about creating a financial wall around you and your family that nothing can ever penetrate. And when I talked to Tina earlier, about a week ago or a couple weeks ago, she was talking about the retention. And I believe what she believes, the retention is going to be so incredibly strong. Because when I took my DNA report to GNC and I tried to duplicate this, you guys realize it was almost $1,000. I got like 80 ingredients inside of my product. I've got some DNA issues. I got some challenges that needed to be addressed that were not being addressed before. I would have had to drop and they didn't even have a bunch of the ingredients that were necessary for my body. So I can now get this package, put it in someone's hand, give them the gift that keeps on giving. Because guess what, guys? Once they get on the nutrition, you know how it is. Once you know you're doing something wrong, it's hard. If you don't know you're doing something wrong, then it's okay. I guess ignorance is kind of bliss. But once you know that there's something you should be taking, there's a superfood that you should have in your diet that you can't get necessarily from Whole Foods. There's a herb that you should be taking based on detoxification. Or in my case, I found out about a cholesterol variants that I had handed down from my mother and my father. And for me, to have now nutrients that are being delivered directly to my house, speed and convenience, which I love and most people do love, sitting on my doorstep. I don't have to think about it anymore, because I believe some of the reason maybe people aren't taking nutrition is because it's complex. What do? Some company that's mass producing blind nutrition, pre-packaged, pre-processed, these mass produced products. I don't even know if I should be taking it. At best, I've probably got expensive urine or pee. And at worst, it could be toxic. And now I'm finding this stuff out. We're seeing this stuff. You can Google this stuff and see what's happening. And it can be frustrating. So what do people do? A confused mind then does nothing. On the other side of it, now I've got nutrition customized, delivered to my doorstep. So the retention is going to go through the roof because they have it. But it all starts with these kits, guys. You've got to have these kits. If you don't have the kit in your hand, and if you haven't done the swab yourself and you haven't gone through the process yourself, it's going to be very difficult to get this duplicated. The reason why I have these kits is for duplication and to speed up the residual income side of things. I know in just a second, we're going to bring on a powerhouse to talk about how we're getting paid specifically. So I'm not going to go there. But for me, it's about residual income. It's about getting these in people's hands. People will do what you do. And the other thing I'm finding is that when our affiliates have these kits in their hands, guess what they're doing? They're getting them out to other people. They're getting them in other people's hands. And we're starting the process. We're speeding this whole thing up. I believe the reason why the numbers are so strong right now inside of Euphoria, while we're seeing such massive growth and we're seeing such high caliber people coming to the table, is because their first exposure to this company are these kits. It's the first line of defense. When you're concerned or you're not a salesperson like me, guys, I'm formally trained as a janitor, lacking a high school diploma. I don't have all these things. So my line of defense is I put this in someone's hands, let them feel it, touch it, explore it, have them register the kit with on the UStart website. I help them put it in the mail. I play these videos. You guys are seeing some of the videos tonight. So me, it's pointing, directing, putting it in their hand, letting them make an educated decision based on what they're seeing, not what I'm saying. I don't have to be a great orator of words. I don't have to be some crazy wordsmith. I don't have to be a genetical, engineer. I just have to give the information to people, give them the kits, and let the kits do the heavy lifting for me. Yeah, that's really all I got to say. And I'm just super pumped to be a part of this team. We are crushing it. I'm excited about the future. It's never been brighter. We really are disrupting an entire industry. Think Uber. Uber disrupted an entire industry. Airbnb disrupted an entire industry. We're not competing with disruptors, which is what most companies are doing. We're disrupting a massive established industry that's kind of rested on their laurels for long enough. We're about to change the entire game, and it's already happening. This is our first month. I'm excited to see what the future brings. I'll turn it over to you, Craig. Thank you.
Wow, John Willett, guys, one of the very first 2 people in Euphoria history to hit the rank of creator. I think you see why. I just love this man. He is on passion. He's on fire. And John, you did an exceptional job. Thanks for firing everybody up and giving him just a dose of the passion you feel. I love how you said it. We are disruptors. For our 3rd chapter, guys, and to wrap things up tonight, we have got an incredible individual. Yes, he is a powerhouse. That's how John described him. Married for 20 years, 6 kids. Yep, I said it. He's got 6 kids. And what I love is where he holds his wife, right? His wife, Summer, we all know she's the boss. And his wife, Summer, is truly the dynamic in the dynamic duo. She is amazing, and they love working together, etc. With 14 years of experience, guys. Let's hear it for one of, again, the first 2 people to ever hit the rank of creator, Mr. Travis Flaherty. Travis, the floor is yours, sir.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Tina, you did an excellent job tonight talking about just the uniqueness and the relevance of this product. And John, you always do an amazing job of just talking about the simplicity. To me, success in network marketing looks like duplication, and duplication comes from simplicity. And that's one of the things that I love about this product is that you don't have to oversell it. I've been in this industry for 14 years. We promoted some wonderful products, but I can tell you that for whatever reason, we're not being met with that same barrier of resistance. I don't have to convince people. I don't have to overhype it. The product, and I hate to use this term, sells itself, because somebody has to be the mouthpiece in the vehicle. But I can tell you this, the product is very well received. And that's something that I'm very excited about. I want to start by just sharing a real brief story with you. When Summer and I first started looking at this opportunity, we wanted the opportunity to be able to sit down with Ron and have a tremendous amount of respect for him. And so we went to Utah and had a chance to meet with him personally. And, you know, after learning a little bit more about the product and being impressed and logistically how sound they were, I asked him a question. I says, Ron, you know, I need to know, why have we not heard about this? I mean, this has, you know, been in the making for many, many years. And, you know, there's no secrets in network marketing. How is it that we heard about this on YouTube? And I want you guys to hear this very, very clearly. This is what Ron said. He said, you know, a lot of times in this industry, what happens is a company will go out and they'll go get a master distributor, and they'll, you know, that person will come in and they'll have a lot of perks, and then they'll typically go get a bunch of hired guns, and then they'll go get their top leaders. And a lot of times it creates a political pecking order. And he said, we didn't want to do that here. And he said, so for the last 2.5 years, while we've been building this machine, we've been working on the messaging. We've been working on the language. We've been working on the branding. And those of you that have looked at our company, you know we don't look like a startup company. I mean, we look like a company that's been years in the making. That's because we have been. And he said, so the hardest part was keeping a secret. And when we finally were ready, when the machine was ready, and we knew that we were ready to scale this, we decided to upload a video to YouTube to launch our company. And I says, wait a second. So you loaded a video to YouTube to launch your company? And he says, yeah, we believed that if we put out the right messaging, that the right people would show up. We didn't want the hype. Let me say that again. We didn't want the hype. This industry over the last 10 years has been plagued with hype, to the point where, you know, companies have just used it to build their business. You know, the big checks on stage, and, you know, all of the fancy cars and all of the, and really all hype is a substitute for lack of substance. And so I just have to start tonight by saying thank you to Ron, because he's created an opportunity that's built around the product, that's built around true duplication, and that is consumption. Residual income is a function of consumption. Now, it's my pleasure to be able to talk to you tonight about the compensation plan and developing a residual income stream. You know, Jim Rohn said it best. He said, you go to work full time to pay the bills, but in your part-time or spare time, you work on building your fortune. Read an article the other day where 35% of the US population is now involved in some type of a side business, side gig, side hustle, whatever you want to call it. And by the year 2020, that number will increase to 41%. Think about that for a moment. And the reason why is because it's never been easier to be able, especially with tools just like social media, to be able to go out and start a secondary business. You know, wealth building 101, if you want to start building true wealth, you have to move from a linear income to a leveraged income. Linear means when you go to work, you're getting paid. When you're not at work, you're not getting paid. Residual income is money that continues to come month after month. And the way that you acquire residual income is to acquire income producing assets. Well, what are your options there, folks? You can go out and you can buy a business. The average business in the United States is $65,000. You can go out and buy some real estate. What's the average cost of real estate these days? Or you can get started in one of the fastest growing business models in the world today, which is network marketing for a few $100s. And that's what I love the most about this opportunity. Now, let's go ahead and get started into the presentation. Craig, first slide, please. Let's go ahead and jump into how we get paid here at Euphoria. You have an opportunity to be able to get paid both weekly and monthly. So first of all, to qualify for a week's commissions, it's necessary to be what we call active by Sunday of that week, which means you have to have 100 of personal qualified volume for the current calendar month and or for the immediate previous monthly period. We call it, the best way to, or the easiest way to do that is what we call a habit pack, your healthy habit pack. You schedule it once, you just don't have to worry about it again. You're assured that your custom nutrition is going to show up on your doorstep every single month. And just a side note here, one of the things that I love about this product, it's not a 7-day cleanse. It's not a 30-day, diet program or the 90-day, nutrition fitness program that people are going to do for that period of time, and then they're going to quit. Folks, this is a lifetime of luxury. This is a product, if you were to identify what your specific genetic dispositions are that are passed down from your mother and father, and then be able to fill the gaps in your DNA with nearly 100 plant-based, peer-reviewed, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, gluten-free ingredients, say that fast 5 times, why in the world would you ever stop? So a habit pack is going to show up once a month. And then we also have our monthly periods that start on the first day of the month and they end on the last day of the month. And so what's really cool is some of you that are here tonight could get started in your business, literally start sharing this plan and have a check coming to you as early as next week. Next slide, please. So we have both weekly and monthly periods or pay periods. We also have a fantastic customer referral program. Most people have a referral program today. I know that Dish Network has one, DirecTV has one. I know my dentist has one. So this is very common. And in fact, most people today are involved in some type of referral marketing and they don't even know it. I get on social media and I see people talking about, who's checked out the latest Blacklist series or this show. People are referring things all the time. So it's no different here. When a customer gets involved in our product or program and they start sharing their results with others, they start sharing that wellness reports with their friends or others that might benefit from our product, they go and get 4 people and their product is for free. So pretty easy to be able to do that. In fact, one of my favorite ways, just so you guys know, for you customers out there, is just do an unboxing video on social media. I'm going to give you permission right now. You do not have to be perfect. You don't have to give a presentation. Literally, just go live on Facebook. Lives right now are getting the most visibility when it comes to the news feeds on Facebook. Go live and just say, guess what? We're so excited. We've been waiting for this and it finally arrived. And show them the box and just say, you know what? Let me tell you what this is. It's a DNA test. We're going to get a wellness report. We can't wait for it. And the end result is to get to our customized nutrition. And we just want to share it with our friends because we're super excited about it. You go do that. You're going to have some people that are interested. Next slide, please. Now, we've got 5 different ways that you can make money here. We've got some quick upfront money for those of you that are looking to make money right away. We've got a UFortune pool, a residual bonus, a discounts and dividends bonus, and a revenue share pool that allows you to truly be vested in our compensation plan. So let's break these down just a little bit. First of all, let's dive into our first start bonus. Next slide, please. So the first start bonus works like this. Let's say there's you right there at the top, and you can earn this bonus from orders that are placed by your new members And that's either a customer or a nutritionist within their first 30 days in the business. So you get paid 30% of the commissionable volume. Here's the example. Let's say you go get Ann, and Ann becomes a nutritionist. Ben becomes a nutritionist, and then you get 2 customers. You get 30% of the commission. Now think about this for a moment. So the company has spent first of all, decades developing the software that analyzes the DNA. They've spent millions of dollars to build the Nutritionator. They've spent millions more developing the brand and doing the research and the back-end software, and that they put all of this money in. And you're telling me that I can literally walk in the door and I can go out and just start telling people about this, and they'll pay me a 30% commission to represent the world's first customized DNA nutrition product in the world. Folks, it's a lot easier to sell somebody else's products than it is your own. And I got to tell you that my family thanks you, Euphoria, for putting all that time and effort and energy and money into this, and knowing that I can walk out the door and just start making money. I mean, to me, it blows my mind that we have that opportunity here. People pay millions of dollars for franchises to be able to have these type of opportunities, but it doesn't just stop at the first level. Let's say Ann goes out and she tells her friend Charlie, and he's like, this is a great opportunity. I want to be first to promote this. And then Ann goes and gets a customer. And then Ben does the same thing. And all of a sudden you start to get some people on your second level. Well, guess what? You're going to get a 10% override off of them. And then they go do the same thing. You're going to get another 10% override off of that people. So you're starting to see where that first little bit of leverage kicks in. Guys, network marketing is all about getting paid a little bit of money off of a lot of people that are all just doing a little bit. That's all it is. And so we're just using products that we enjoy, and we're recommending them to friends. That's all we do here. And for those that have questions, we make sure that their questions get answered. Next slide, please. The second way that you get paid here is with our YouFortune pool. And this is really cool. It's a great way for people that are coming in the door to be able to maximize the compensation plan. The number one goal of a business is to do what? Of course, to make an impact, but to be profitable, right? And so you have to learn how to maximize the compensation plan. The YouFortune pool is a great way to do that. There's a number of different ways that you can qualify. First of all, what we do is take 10% of the commissionable volume and we put it aside into a pool. And then what happens is at the end of the month, we determine how many shares were awarded, and that determines the price per share. I believe last month we were right at around $15 per share. It can fluctuate. So there's a number of ways that you can qualify for shares. First of all, by starting off on a cap pack, a 3-pack, you get 1 share, 5-pack, you get 2 shares, and a 10-pack, you can actually earn 5 shares in the pool, which is really, really nice. Of course, in addition to that, you can also qualify by every 2 members that get started, they actually register their kits, you can qualify for a share. That means every 10 new members, you actually can get 5 shares. For every 20, you can get 10 shares in the YouFortune pool. Next slide, please. So we've got an example here so you can kind of see how this would work. So let's just say that, between the beginning of March 1st to March 31st, you came in and bought a 10-pack. You would be awarded 5 shares for that 10-pack simply for getting started on the business pack, or what I like to call it is the all-in pack. That pack is really not for everybody. It's only for people that are looking to go big and go fast. And so you start off on a 10-pack. You now have 5 shares in the YouFortune pool. And then from there, you start selling those packs, right? And we have systems that teach people how to move those kits very quickly. And now you end up moving those kits. For every two new personally enrolled members, you get 1 share in the YouFortune pool. And of course, so that's a total of 5 more shares. And then you also get 5 shares for having 10 new personally enrolled members with full YouStart kit registrations as well. So next slide will give you a total. That would be 15 shares total that you would have earned. Let's assume that there was $100,000 in that commissionable volume in that pool, and there were 5,000 shares that were awarded, and it turned out to be $20 per share. That would be a $300 bonus from this portion of the compensation plan. Next slide, please. Now we get into the third portion of our compensation plan, and this is the residual bonus. This is where it gets exciting. This is where it's no longer about you. It's about the synergistic effect of your team. What I love the most about network marketing is it's no longer about it's about you. It's not just about you anymore. It's about your ability to be able to impact other people's lives. In traditional corporate America, we get this culture of everybody's fighting to get to the top and everybody's kind of undermining each other, and it can be a very cutthroat environment. Whereas in network marketing, you can't be successful. I can't be successful unless we help other people be successful. It's the old pay it forward model. And that's what's so beautiful about this particular portion of the compensation plan. So what happens is at the end of the monthly period, if you're active, remember you have to have that 100 personal qualified volume. The habit pack is the best way to do that. You'll qualify for one of the ranks on the residual bonus chart. You'll get paid the percentage that are showed. And you can see here, there's a number of different ranks that go from the left side all the way over to the right side there. And if you look at the beginner there, we start off as a beginner. When we get started in the plan, you spend that $39 annually, you become a beginner. And then the first step is once you sponsor a one member, one person, one leg into the business there, you become a beginner and you're already picking up 2 levels. So every single monthly order that's placed, here's what's cool, guys. You go out and you might refer somebody to the company, but from there, the company does the rest of the work. The company's going to package the product. They're going to ship it out. They're going to make sure now that their DNA is analyzed and all of those things are done. And every month, the company is going to send out a new batch of nutrition. And guess what? You get a check. You get a check, not just off of the first level, but as you continue to refer people to the company, you can see as you progress to producer 3 levels, mover 4 levels. Now notice at mover, there's a couple of different requirements there. First of all, you have to have 3 legs or more, which means you've brought in at least 3 members that are active. And you have to have a total of 900 in volume in your first 3 levels. And now you start to pick up a 4th level. And as you move over to influencer, this is a pivotal rank in our compensation plan, because what happens is you now open up where you're getting paid down through 8 levels, plus you're picking up a generational check match as well. And what's neat about that generational check match is the generations are not defined by levels anymore. It's actually defined by other influencers. So what that allows you to earn is even more levels in significant depth into the compensation plan. So as you progress through the plan from innovator to generator, it really now is about your ability to develop other leaders. And as you continue to do so and helping people be successful, guys, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I want to just give you a hypothetical example just to help you kind of get your creative juices flowing to understand exponential growth. Imagine that you went out and over the course of the next 90 days, you referred 10 people to the company. And you know what? Those 10 people went out over their next 90 days and they went and told 10 people each. That's 100 people that you'd have on your second level. Well, if they all did the same thing, that's 1,000 people on your third level. If they all did the same thing, that's what, 10,000 people on your 4th level. Let's go over to influencer there for a moment. So influencer, if you count down 4 levels, how would you like to get paid 6% of 1 to 10,000 people's orders every single month? Because that's where we start talking about mailbox money. Now, if we kept going and it starts to get bigger, and keep in mind, guys, I learned long ago, if you can position yourself in the beginning stages with a company that has all of the signs of becoming one of the next giants in the industry, and you're there in the beginning stages, guys, there's a tremendous amount of money that can be made. You know, I'm going to say this, it's my prediction. There's no guarantees. Ron, I take full liability for this, but I predict that we'll probably go do $100 million in sales over the course of the next 12 months. My prediction, just my prediction. My question to you is, how much of that would you like to have in your organization? How much of that would you like to be getting 6%, 6%, 6% in your business? Guys, that's where we move from mailbox money to what I call coconut money. You know what coconut money is? It's when you're sitting on the beach and you don't have to answer your phone anymore. You don't have to worry about anything. You can just drink out of the coconut for the rest of your life. That's what residual income is about. Next slide, please. So we move on now, and as you continue to progress through the plan, there's some other ways that you get paid. We have what's called the discounts and dividends program, and according to your D&D grade, and that is the level that you're at. If you look right there in the middle of the plan, it says D&D grade. We have 0, 5, 10, 15, and 20. According to your grade for the month, you can get paid up to $20 on your own personal purchases, and on your enrollment tree as well. So it's not just on you. And the payout starts with the person who purchased the nutrition or any of the pre-nutrition packs, and then continues up the enrollment tree. So I'm going to simplify this for you. First of all, your D&D grade, just so you know, is defined by what we call as your retail volume. Your retail volume is your personal volume, your personal orders, and your customer volume. So they add that up, and you'll notice there when you see the RV for the month, 0 to 100, you're still at a 0 grade. So that's your personal order. You go refer one customer, guess what? Now you're getting $5 on every kit that you personally order, $5 extra on every kit that you sell, plus potential $5 that's rolling up to you. You go get a second customer, guess what? You're getting all the 5s and 10s rolling up to you. You get a third customer, all the 5, 10s, and potential 15s that are rolling up to you. You go get a 4th customer, guess what? You potentially now have 5, 10, 15, 20 rolling up. But here's what's cool, guys. You also get that $20 rebate on every kit that you sell. So again, if I get started on that all-in pack, I'm getting $20 back on every kit. So that means next month in the discounts and dividends bonus, I'm already guaranteed a $200 commission just from this portion of the compensation plan. So if you're doing the math, $11.99, that takes it down to $10.99, $9.99. Simply with this, remember, you're also getting 5 shares in the U Fortune pool. As you're getting that price per kit down there in the $80 per kit, you go out and sell them for $159. What's that? Almost 100% margin. So again, if you treat it like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, guess what? It'll pay you like a hobby. I treat it like a business. I run this like a business. Therefore, I'm always looking for ways to maximize the compensation plan. Discounts and dividends, for me, starting at a 10-pack allows you to be able to progress all the way down to the level discounts and dividends 20, the highest level right from day one when you walk in the door. Next slide, which I think will give you an illustration of that. So again, you can get an example here. When you buy a 10-pack of the U-Start kits, you automatically have 501 QV, which means guess what? You're now getting $20 back on every kit that you purchase and all of those additional 5, 10s, 15s, and 20s that are potentially rolling up to you in your business as well. Next slide. Finally, you have an opportunity to be able to be vested in the company with a revenue share Rainmaker pool. Rainmaker, as Ron likes to call it, genetic freak. It's an opportunity here to really feel like you are an owner in the company. You know, again, I look at this and I think, okay, these guys have done all the work, all of the work. My job is to go out and just talk about it. I mean, guys, if 23andMe came to you and said, hey, you know, we'd like to start you off. I mean, would you go talk to 3 to 5 people a day if we, you know, agreed to pay you an extra $20,000 to $30,000 this year with an opportunity to be able to build a residual income stream every single month on all of those people? Now, mind you, they only order one time, but let's say they kept ordering every month. Would you do it? Of course you would. Well, we're the only company, the first company in the world that's leading in technology for DNA nutrition, the future, right? I mean, at the end of the day, if you had a custom tailor-made designer suit that was made just for you, when you wear it, you feel like $1 million, or one that was sold at Kohl's that was made for the masses. If all things were equal, which are you going to choose? So back to my original point. If you knew that all you had to do is go talk to 3 people a day, 5 people a day, 5 people a day, 5 days a week, that's 25 people. Multiply that out times 4.3, do it easy, do the math simple, that's 100 people a month. Even if you're terrible at this business, 10 people are going to join your business. In a year, that's 120 people. At that point, you fan the flame, and guess what? You're on your way to a 6-figure residual income, guys. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Next slide. You know, in closing, I just will say this. When I looked at this product and this opportunity, you know, I'd kind of been bored of the industry. I was just kind of waiting for something exciting to come along. There's a book that I'm fond of called Blue Ocean Strategy. And in this book, they talk about 2 market environments. The first is a red ocean. It's a fiercely competitive market. Everybody's fighting over the same market share. The author describes it as, quote, bloody, murky waters. And I think that network marketing is somewhat of a red ocean. I mean, what do you want to be? I mean, I don't personally, this is me, no offense to anybody else. I don't want to be the 15th CBD oil company that launched in the last 6 months. I don't want to be, you know, the 20th healthy, happy, whatever coffee that's come out in the last 2 years. I've got friends that are in those companies and they're doing great, and more power to them. But for me, it could not be another Me Too company. It had to be something unique. It had to be something different. And it had to have the full package. There's a convergence of forces that's coming together here that make me, you couldn't convince me that we will not build our legacy in this company. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for all of the leaders and the opportunity to be able to align with each and every one of you. And I'm grateful to Ron and the leadership team for the excellent job that you've done, giving us the tools that we need to really have a pretty easy job, which is to go out and just tell the world about DNA nutrition. So with that, I'm kicking it back over to you, Craig. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Travis, perfect. Thank you so much. Hope you guys took great notes. What a fantastic presentation. A quick overview of the five ways the Euphoria compensation plan plays. Guys, so many people say, all right, Craig, now what? We've got a real simple answer to that. Ron came up with the team, a quick statement. Somebody's standing with you in a line, you're in an elevator, etc. This is our 15-second intro. Hey, Euphoria Custom produces a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement specific to your DNA. There's nearly 400 million formulas, and one is yours. And then how do I contact you so I can get you more information? We don't want to make it any more complicated than that. A simple duplication system. How about your first 24 hours? You know, what do you do in your first 24 hours? And that's as simple as we want to make it. We just want each little discussion to just happen along. So as soon as you get there, go into your resources section. That's euphoriascience.com/resources. Download this simple 2-page, 3-page PDF, and it'll tell you, hey, I've consulted my upline regarding my pack options. When your kit arrives, it gives you the step-by-step. You can print this out if you'd like, put check marks on it. If you guys still like paper like me, love paper. You've watched the One For You video, the Euphoria Kit Explained, the kit, the One Report For You video, other marketing resources. You come along and you write your member ID in there. You go to your replicated site for nutritionists. You go to your customer site. You visit your back office. You make sure that you have downloaded the app, the Euphoria app. So you're saying there's an app? Yes, there's an app, and it's robust, and it is excellent. You've added the Saturday and these now Wednesday calls to your calendar. You've liked and joined the Euphoria Facebook group. But just a quick pitch on that, guys. Euphoria Science out on Facebook. If you have not gone out, please like us. Come and join us there. Check out Euphoria Science on Instagram. We love to communicate with you. Go out to our Experiencing Euphoria. That's testimonials only. No business. Everybody gets to share stories, and we all win. Euphoria Rising Stars is our business page. Go check out this special group. And you continue as we do this to make sure that you are staying on track with us. Just a couple, you put your 20 names down, not a gazillion. You rip through your first week where you've gotten into the compensation plan that Travis did such a great job with. You've watched the compensation plan video. You're into the Eric Worre trainings. By the way, we're rolling out the next one this Saturday. I can't wait to announce it. It'll be the 3rd installment. Guys, this is $8,000 worth of value from Eric Worre. We have the right partner. You've shared something with the app, etc. You're moving along. We've given you just a few basics on how to get started so quickly. And just a couple of closing thoughts. It's pretty simple. We've had incredible speakers tonight. Tina, a big thank you. John Malott, thank you. Travis Flaherty, appreciate you, all three of you, your wisdom. We've got top-notch leaders educating you. They're from different lines, et cetera, and they're all coming together every Wednesday. We mix it up every week so that you can bring your friends, your associates, and listen to a quick overview presentation. Truly, at the end of the day, guys, it's really simple. It's about being. We say be with Ron Williams and the U of you. Can't wait for you to experience that if you never have. Do with Eric Worre and his expert business training. And then, of course, have it all with Euphoria. And with that, I'll just say, welcome to Euphoria, everyone. Being you never felt better. Have a great evening. Thanks a lot for joining us, and we will see you Saturday morning. Bye.